For hundreds of years, this has been the home of the British Parliament. After a fire in 1834, the Palace of Westminster was rebuilt in the Gothic style, complete with its famous clock tower. But now in 2022, scaffolding is creeping across more and more of its facade as members of Parliament debate a massive refurbishment programme.
None of the real work can be done until we vacate the building and get on with it, and yet there's still an argument, sad to say, among MPs who some say we should never leave. Well, if we never leave, the place will burn down around us, I fear, and genuinely there have been some serious fire incidents that have been caught just in time.
While the price tag is still being worked out, it could easily clear 100 billion rand. As the debate over the refurbishment intensifies just over the English Channel in France, there's an illustration of how truly precious these historic buildings are. In 2019, the world watched in horror as flames ripped through the Notre Dame Cathedral in Paris. The construction cranes and scaffolding are a reminder that with a single spark, hundreds of years of history can go up in smoke. Back in London, the rising costs of refurbishing the Palace of Westminster have even led to calls to relocate Parliament to another part of the country.
At the Society, we always believe that the best way to preserve a building is to keep it in its original use.
Conor McNeill from the Victorian Society, a charity dedicated to protecting heritage from the era, says the building represents a remarkable sense of continuity.
The rooms are still used for original purposes. The House of Lords and the House of Commons still meet in the same places they met in since the building was completed. And it really allows for a building to be preserved and to, if it does change organically to the new needs that are needed.
Prime Minister.
Members of Parliament are expected to vote again in 2023 on the refurbishment plans. In the meantime, fire wardens patrol the corridors of power 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, as the wait goes on. Giles Gibson, SABC News, London.